Costco in Korea is much like Costco anywhere. High ceilings, pallets of stuff, and of course, the allure of the snack bar. To a visiting Westerner, however, one thing remains baffling in the extreme. Costco Kimchi!
At the hot dog section where you're supposed to put the condiments on the hot dog.
The ajima comes in with a plate, and they come up to the big metal thing and they turn that crank, and they don't stop.
To make a concoction using the ground onions,
pile the onion.
ketchup, and mustard.
The ketchup and the mustard.
It's mixed with the mustard sauce.
You mix all that together and you eat it with the spoon.
The never-ending ketchup and the mustard, and then the big swirl with all the onions.
They're heaps, as in, like the mashed potatoes in Close Encounters.
You gotta get that piled high, or you can't be a self-respecting Korean if you don't have at least 10 centimeters on that thing.
They just munch and munch on this.
In fact, I've seen times where they there's no onions coming out, so they tilt it and they hit it. Oh, it's beautiful.
The origins of the phenomenon are unknown, but it entered the discourse among expats in 2011 with Joe McPherson's article on Zen Kimchi entitled "What the Fuck? Korean Costco Banchan."
Basically, I was called a racist for even mentioning that, when I'm like, Koreans think it's weird too.
Eating spoonfuls of raw onion on the side? That is very bizarre. Very bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe that. It's something else to see.
Expats have been trying to understand this practice, both online and in conversation. Like an itch that won't go away, many still want to know simply why.
Why? And are we... There's just all these meta issues surrounding that. Is that a statement of something larger?
Trying to explain something so trivial surprisingly helps to extrapolate much about Korean culture and history. The first theory is that Korean dining culture demands every meal be paired with a variety of refillable side dishes, known as banchan.
Yes, I think they think that it should be supposed to be the banchan.
Most Koreans would expect banchan at a restaurant, but they know it's not a Korean restaurant. It's a cafeteria with pizza and hot dogs and soups and salad.
Do I think Koreans think it's meant to make their own banchan? I believe that they know. It's not like they don't know it's for hot dogs. They know it's there, but they definitely feel entitled to have at it.
Like every Korean people, they really, really need kimchi for every meal.
One online blog even says outright, it's our side dish, since the supermarket doesn't offer kimchi at their food court.
In Korean cuisine, if you're eating something heavy or greasy, you need something to cut the fattiness a bit. And Costco doesn't really provide kimchi or the traditional pickles or the traditional thing.
They like cheesy things, but when they eat cheesy thing, you always eat the kimchi.
Or they want that kimchi substitute to cut the grease, or cut it somehow, with something refreshing.
It's actually really common thing in the Chinese restaurant in Korea. Usually, Korean people eat this raw onion with this jajang sauce together. I never tried. I really don't like onion taste.
새로운 음식을 만들었다라기보다는 거기에 맞추는 것 같아요. 그냥 그런 것이 그닥 부담스럽지 않아요. 그러니까 조금 다르기는 한데 이게 더 합리적이다라는 생각이 때문에 굳이 그걸 거부하거나 아니면 또 이상하거나 그러지는 않고 합리적인 거에는 아주 좋은 것 같아요.
Another theory is that although Korea transformed itself from one of the poorest countries on earth to a modern industrial nation in just a few generations, old mindsets born out of scarcity still abound.
And there's that mentality, I guess it kind of comes from the post-war generation, where if there's anything cheap or free, then they'll just go absolutely mad. which is understandable. And I'm pretty sure they're not poor people. They just do it because it's free.
Especially in the older days, if people saw something that was free, they would take advantage of that to an extreme.
I mean, in my restaurant, I have essentially unlimited barbecue sauce. You know, against my, I wouldn't say my better job, but I've been advised when I started that like we should give them a very limited amount of a very limited amount of condiment, and if they want more, they can simply ask for more.
For example, at fast food restaurants like Taco Bell and McDonald's, if you want ketchup or hot sauce, you have to go to the counter and ask them for it. They don't have it out available like they do in American restaurants.
I just don't like that, you know?
I think it comes out of the Korea industrializing so quickly and extreme frugalness.
But when you see the clientele, like who comes in, like if you look at the cars, it's not, just small cars. It's actually like BMW or Mercedes who come in. But these people, like rich people come, and when they eat at those cafeterias, they pile up and bring their own container to get those, onions for free.
A regular side is people using any container on hand to take more of the concoction to go, drawing heavy condemnation from those who feel this behavior is an embarrassment to the country. They have made national headlines, being derisively labeled as onion beggars. This parallels another recent news story at Korea's first IKEA, where 2 years' worth of mini pencils were stolen within months of the store's grand opening. This also received harsh criticism, directed towards these IKEA pencil beggars. Some concerned citizens have launched tutorials to help clarify the original intended purpose.
And I find that like Costco Korea, I mean, they've kind of accounted for that. That's just the cost of doing business. And if you like that, if it brings people, then it's a good business decision to let people do that. I mean, really, it's just onions.
An email exchange between the blog Sweet Pickles and Corn and the general merchandise manager for Costco Korea confirmed this. He explained that the company believes that real success comes from real member satisfaction, and if it makes the customers happy, they would continue offering free onions. Others argue that the cultural origins of this onion hoarding go back even thousands of years to Confucianism. Many believe Korea to be the most Confucian country in the world, and it indeed heavily emphasizes conformity and group solidarity.
For me, Koreans have that streak of being Koreans in the sense that where they do what others do.
Everyone has to have it.
If you're a Korean person, never been to Costco before, and it's first time visit, and then heard about this all like great pizza and everything, and then you visit snack bar and see everyone eating that things, and I think I would feel, maybe I should do that because this is what it should be.
And they follow, like blindly.
Now I think I'd even feel weird if I didn't see people eating.
It's my theory actually. Like one of Korean person who went to Costco for the first time, and then he tried this all like beautiful pizza and everything, and he wanted kimchi. It's my imagination. He wanted kimchi, but he couldn't find kimchi in the Costco in the snack bar. And he just have this idea, maybe I can just eat onion with mustard sauce like kimchi. And I think, and he started it, and then like around him feels like maybe they should be, or it's a good idea, they started, and that's how it's all started. I think it's my theory.
The whole thing about Costco and people kind of doing those things blindly because they don't really think why it's there, or they don't even question, and they think they have to do it because someone else sitting next to you is doing it.
Perhaps after such a hullabaloo, it was inevitable that some of the naysayers would try eating it themselves.
So I've tried it, and it tastes good. It does. It's not bad. I don't need I don't need a plateful. But, you sprinkle some of that on your bulgogi bake.
Oh, yes, and that's what it's good on, is the bulgogi bakes. Actually, it's actually really good on that. Yeah.
Yeah, don't knock it until you try it, It's just that, having a chicken bake and then having, this much onion, that's not balance either, just have a little. Try it.
I think maybe I saw my husband try. I'm not sure.
No, don't even think about it. They like it, and I still chuckle to myself when I see it.
I just didn't really want to try at all.
I'm learning to make peace with the Costco kimchi.